Somebody shout, surely, surely, surely. Come on, tell them, surely, surely. Come on, speak it in the atmosphere. Surely, surely. Surely what? Surely God don't lie. God don't lie. He's not just a promise maker. He's a promise keeper. Amen. Y'all help me transition. Y'all be seated if you will. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord Jesus. 1, 2, ready, come. Just like that. Just like that. Thank you. Thank you. Just like that. It's going to happen just like that. Just like that. What's going to happen? Something that's been held up for a long time. I heard the angel say to Daniel, the Lord heard you the first time you prayed. I said, he heard you the first time you prayed. And I want to tell somebody, your delay has not been a sign of God's rejection. I'm speaking to 50 of you that will praise him now. By the time it get to you, it's going to be more than what you pray for. If you're not dancing and somebody near you dancing, take both of your hands and start clapping. Come on. Come on, this is convocation. You got to clap like it. Come on. I'm going to go very quickly to the scripture. Be seated if you can. Archbishop thoroughly established protocol tonight and gave honor to where honors due. I have family members, I have sisters here, I have friends.
Y'all talking about tonight? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the St. James Show. Over here at the Carnal Church Sector, where we just get a little bit carnal, but a whole lot of spiritual. Or a whole lot of carnal. I don't know. We do something over here. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. Just popping in, seeing how y'all yet holding on. Is everybody yet holding on? That's all I want to know tonight. I don't want to know much. Thank you for dropping in. As always, would you please hit that like button for me and do share the live. Share. And also make sure that you subscribe to the St. James Show and the Carnal Church Sector headquarters. Become a member. Link is in the description. Comment respectfully and always remember to support the St. James Show. Who do we have in the building? Yes, Goonies. You know what? I'm on the West Coast, sir. So all my East Coast folks, I know it's a little late there, but listen, it's Friday over there already. Wait, 7, 8, 9. No, not yet. Almost Friday. It's pre-Friday. So you ain't got much to do tomorrow. Just go to work for man a little bit, then go on home and relax. What's up, Knotless Braids? K. Rich is in the house. Our queen, our head mod here. Our head doorkeeper is in the house. Inspired. Thank you for joining. Wasn't that tromboning? Yes, Kim. Good to see you. Queen, the queen. She's a queen. and Brock, good to see you. And of course, Tina Turner for president. Who the hell are you, Tina Turner for president? I just want to know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Goonies is starting already. Let's see what he has to say. I haven't read much of the Bible, but it is written somewhere there that you are only allowed to do one church dance, the same church dance all the time. You can only look at the ground. My. Just cranberry juice today, y'all. Just cranberry. I don't know. That is a good thing. That's a good observation, because if the spirit hits you, it ought to hit you different ways. It hits you the same way all the time. Little flapping of the arms, little looking down, and I'm with you on that, Goonies. We got to investigate that. Make sure you hit that like button, everybody, right now. Turn the lights on in the sanctuary and hit the like button. I'm about to drop the link. We just on here chit-chatting about a few things tonight. Nothing formal. We're going to play a couple of things and get some input, but I'm going to drop the link in a few minutes. And come on up, Kim, if you want to come up, come on up. I think Jesse's going to come up. If JP's in the building that rolls through, you can come on through also, JP. Yes, good. I'm just trying to see, is everybody yet holding on? I am Mrs. Rick says she is yet holding on. Yes, major boys, hold on, get a real good grip, and don't let go. Chantel Gotri over there, Curry is over there at the Storefront Church over there at Facebook. Thank you for clicking on all the way from Portland, Oregon. You know, you used to know some Brown sisters, some singers. There was a whole Brown family over there in Portland, Oregon. Do you know who they are? They were some singing sisters, and they was all fine. I remember growing up, they was all beautiful girls, all of them. They used to come and visit us at my church in San Jose. The Brown sisters. Pastor Brown was their father. And they used to all come sing. They're pretty cool. Leah, you yet holding on? I hope so. Mental Vibes is here. Thank you, Mental Vibes, for coming in. Thank you for your support. Sir MJS, greetings. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for your support over here at the St. James Show. Jesse is all here. Yes, all rise. All right. I appreciate you, Jesse, and thank you for your support. Good to see you. I'm about to drop the link for you in a minute. Listen, sir. I wasn't going to say that. But Pilgrim over there having more church than the PAW. I don't know. And then I see Brooks. He was up there doing like a two-step shout. The presiding bishop, Bishop Brooks. That looked a little Looney Tune, like it was just up there playing. I don't know about that. Thank you, Inspire. Appreciate you. Greetings from the great state of Texas. How hot is it in Texas today? It was hot today here. How hot is it now? It is toned down, but my God, it was hot today. It's 101 right now at 7:31 in the evening. 101. Crazy. But oh well. I ain't mad at it. Not mad at all. We'll survive. You know the song I've been singing all day. What's that song? I mean, I just kept singing it. Oh my God. In darkest nights, you were close like no other. I know you as a father. I've known you as a friend. And I have lived in the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. Woo! All my life you have been so good. Oh man, 87 degrees. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I was watching that too. I was checking out Bishop Brooks's celebration musical. I seen some of that as well. I was looking at it on Facebook though. Was it on YouTube? Because I hate watching stuff on Facebook. It's just so connection is never right. Yeah. Georgia has every season in one day. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. But that is happened. Every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after. I can't sing in CC key. To me, with my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you it. Where my sopranos in the building? Y'all in here? Your goodness is running after. What's up? What's up? Yes. You have led me through the fire. I love that. In darkest nights, you were close like no other. See, I've known him as a father. I even know him as a friend. Because you know what? I have lived in the goodness of God. How many have lived in the goodness of God? Oh, my God, my God. All my life you have been faithful. All right, here's a link, y'all. I told you I ain't going to do much. No, I don't have a new one. I got to implore Manasseh to make more music. He needs to make more music for us. You know, I'm ready. Goodies. Uncle Tim, are you talking about Uncle Tim? Uncle Tim can sing. You don't talk about Uncle Tim up here, right, Jesse? Uncle Tim can sing.
You don't talk about my Uncle Tim. Won't have it.
Yes. My. Happy birthday to all my July birthdays. Anybody have a birthday or anniversary in the chat tonight? Or this week or this month? All right.
Well, I want to shout out to my beautiful mother. She turned 59 last Saturday.
Wow.
Yes. July 20th.
Well, does she watch the show? Have you hipped her to watching the show yet?
She actually... No, I don't. She hasn't watched the show since I've been coming on, but
okay. Well,
yeah,
this is for mother. This is for mother. Happy birthday to you. Tell her Tasha Page is singing to her. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Drew. Dear mama. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. Yes. May the good Lord bless you, mother. 59, so young.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you still, I still smell Similac on your breath, Jesse. I still smell it.
And my mom had me when she was old. My mom had me, she was going on 29. So, and I'm the oldest.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I had my baby like at 22, 23.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mike Moore, happy birthday. He said the birthday was last Monday. Your 60th birthday? Oh, it is July 2. All right, July, get down. All right. They like your shirt. K Rich likes your shirt.
The Shein.
Gowns, pretty gowns.
It's over 80% of my clothes come from Shein.
Shein, is you trying to match your people?
You know. The hips don't lie, people.
You trying to match your folk?
The hips don't lie.
Oh, hippie. All right, hippie. Mm-hmm. So I guess today, what's going on in Kamala news?
Well, I guess they said every day she been jumping up a point in the poll. So
yeah, I think she's up a couple points over Orange Man.
Well, the polls that I've been seeing is she's like a point or two under Orange Man.
Well, I just saw something a little bit about an hour ago. It says she was up a couple points. So, well, you just turned 29.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Young buck, Mike. Where you at, Mike? What part of the country are you at? What's up, Catherine Powell? What's up, Justin, my member? Thank
think
you.
Mike somewhere down south, like Mississippi or something. He my Facebook friend.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay. That ain't that one you was talking about from Detroit.
I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Till I gotta go to child, y'all. I gotta go to court.
You gotta go to court. What happened?
We gonna do a full story time on my channel about it, but just know, people ask you to do something for them, and you thinking, oh, they a nice person, and they'll flip on
Jesse, did you get bamboozled and hoodwinked?
Yes, I did, by somebody that watches this show.
Oh my goodness, that's not good.
It's not good.
Well, maybe this will be a pre-warning before you got to go to court, whoever you are. Make it good. Make it good. All right. You'll be 50 next month. Oh, what you doing? Where you partying? You going to twerk it up like Dietrich and Dominique on his 50th? Twerk it up, Catherine Powell. Oh, my goodness. Court. That's too bad.
Yeah. Yep. So... But that's one thing that I've learned, and something St. James, we both have to learn. You can't deal with the fans. You can't have nothing to do with the fans.
Don't deal with the fans.
Ignore those Instagram
right
moments.
There.
Ignore the DMs. Say, hey, how you doing? And keep it moving. I'll never do it again. Ever.
Oh, I'm an expert at that. I'm an expert at that. And I don't mean any harm, but it's just, when you've been kind of in the limelight or the forefront for the majority of your life. Not saying that I'm big out, but where I live. When you're in the music and you're the person bringing the stuff to the city, the artist to the city, and you're doing events, you get a following.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always ones who don't mean you no harm. I mean, they don't mean you no good, rather.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mean you no good. They want to get close to you. They want to some want to get close to you to try to destroy you.
Yeah.
Out of jealousy and envy. So you must have that Sheree Whitfield collection. What collection is that?
Oh no, I don't. He's talking about Shein.
That's right. She's selling all them clothes from Shein. Be quiet, Sheree. Let me see. I told you to retire. What'd you say, prophetess master? You said you should win. Oh, he said you should. Listen, the prophets had spoken. You didn't even have to go to Larry, or Manasseh, or the king. You shall win your case. After a while, the roads will be off them judges. October 24th, a host is retired. Okay, that was a whole, I don't know about, but you know how that goes. I've known you as a father. I've known you as a friend. Okay, all right. Yeah. Praise the Lord.
Oh, Shondo. Jesse, if you thought you was going to come on here with a little spirit and I didn't have one.
Cheers, saints.
Now, what is that you're sipping on, Jesse?
Yeah. Ciroc. Oh, Jesus. Diddy.
That's
Diddy
my
do
go-to. Yep. Oh, I forgot Diddy sold Ciroc. I've been drinking it so long, and it killed a couple of my brain cells, I guess.
Listen, Diddy is selling everything that they nailed down, baby. Everything.
Well, y'all support TD Jakes and R. Kelly, so I can have my drink.
Listen, and there's a whole list of alleged pedos and the Church of God in Christ list and all that, all over. And they're still supported. So,
and y'all still sing James Cleveland songs every Sunday. So let me have my drink.
Ooh, God,
not the James Cleveland song.
I don't feel
no waste time.
Yes, and sends us in every time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. My God, today. Well,
So question y'all. What
go
what
ahead.
y'all think about this what y'all think about this Kamala, as the old folk want to call her.
Kamala. I know they ain't no. I don't think I even have a hard time getting that name. I don't know to say Kamala. I
It's
have no
Kamala.
idea.
it's Kamala.
Kamala. Okay. Okay. What do you mean? What we think about it? Is
Kamala, whatever they want. Well,
it?
people are people ask me a lot because they know that's my sorority sister and all that kind of
Mhm.
good jazz. And but I do have concern.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people do, and the concerns are more than likely valid. But at this point,
My main concern is no tea, no shade. Let me go ahead and put that disclaimer
uh-huh,
out there.
uh-huh.
My main concern is picking the right running mate. That
Yes.
could be that could be a make or break type of situation.
Yeah.
Um, let's just be political about it. She does not need a woman. Ain't no way they finna put
No,
two
don't do
Democratic
that.
women in the White House. These people will blow the White House up before they do that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Number two, an African American, anybody, male or female,
No, do it.
don't do it.
Because it was just like my point was you have to, we can't, we know we've been marginalized, abused, persecuted, and misused
Mhm,
since slavery.
mhm.
But the fact of the matter is we're not just the only ones here.
Right.
We're just not the only ones here. And if we really want to talk about diversity, what is it?
D-
DEA.
Equality
DEI.
and
You got just
inclusion,
cover DEA.
DEI. Yeah, we can't all of a sudden when we get power be all to ourselves.
Right.
But that's the thing. We don't ever do that as the black community. We're always the ones that's inclusive because when the civil rights era came in, we could have easily told them y'all write language for just black people specifically, but we never
Mhm.
did that. We never had that problem. It's always them.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
never had that problem opening up the door to all cultures. We let y'all come in our churches. You see what they do with Shane. We let
yeah.
y'all, always come over to the BET Awards. It's always an open invitation, but they never return the favor. You
Hmm.
know.
Of course not.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course not. Now I looked into now Jesse, your governor would be a great
But that's a woman, right?
right.
We can't,
Jesse,
we can't do it.
I
We
know
can't
it,
do
but
that
she would be a great. I looked up after Jesse and I had a kind of had a sidebar conversation in reference to it, and I knew of her, but I looked, and saw some of the things that she has done. She would be good if she were a man.
though. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's really who I wanted to be the nominated, have the nomination or the nominee. But she came out this week and said she's not even leaving Michigan for the
Mm.
time being, no way. So, but yeah, she was my top pick. She has a great relationship with the black community here in the state of Michigan, especially considering all the things that we've been through in this racist state. It's a lot of racist undertones here that a lot of people don't talk about. But yeah, she has a great relationship with the black community here. We adore her. And she in her cabinet, the first black lieutenant governor of the state of Michigan is under her cabinet. So basically like the vice governor or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So black people would have really supported her. But me personally, at first I was like, I want somebody else. But I'm just like, you know what? It's not going to be nobody else. I'm just going to have to go back and support Kamala. We'll worry about
Mm-hmm.
who going to get nominated next time We'll figure that out later. But
and hopefully the Democrats will start in January of 2025 mapping out the 4 years after her fall.
And start listening to the people and not listening to, these circles, because we wouldn't even be in this position if y'all would have been listening to the people, because nobody wanted Joe Biden. We all saw the man having trouble walking, talking, doing anything of the sorts. We've been saying that for the last 3-4 years.
He really has.
And y'all, for the Democrats to sit there and allow that man to even get that far was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
that conversation should have been had. But
I think it was a lesser of two evils with Biden and Trump. We had to get anything in there that would keep him out.
Yeah.
And that was what, that was. But I think Joe Biden knew a long time ago that his reign was coming to an end rather swiftly. And that, his time was up. And I'm glad. I hate that he made the decision so late in the game. But my God, today, sister had the support and she had the coins.
Yeah.
Now, did anybody see? I should have thought about this before we even got on, while I was sitting around Tootsie rolling in the room and stuff, doing a whole bunch of nothing.
Oh, okay.
I should have sent this over to St. James, but there was a clip, I don't know if y'all saw it, of Trump's vice president nominee, just being blatantly ignorant when it comes down to race relations, just being an asshole. And I said something about this on my YouTube, my first YouTube live, where I was like, Trump was smart for gathering up somebody that was young, a fresh face, because that's what we really want. We want radical change. That was the appeal for Obama. Now y'all done got back complacent and doing things with business as usual, and we don't want that. The millennials and Gen Z don't want business as usual. Okay, so, and if you want real support, that's who you're gonna have to garner. Now, but yeah, Trump went into that appeal of radical change, whether it's right or wrong. He went into that appeal,
and that's what everybody was looking for, a great change, a great
change. And so
I think Vance is on his way out. I think they're going to change the VP.
You think so? Okay, because Vance, and I said that on my YouTube live. I said, these young, you got to be scared. Trump, is one thing. He's really not a threat when you think about the grand scheme of things. He's really, really not a threat. But having that young racist, this new era of racist, he's only 39 and he's talking all, and he willingly to be able to, say everybody trying to be racist nowadays and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what you want to be. We want to be
you like, and I said that on my page. I was saying, like, when I take classes at school, if I have a young white person, I try to avoid them. If it's a white person over 40, okay, I can deal with them because they don't got that point to prove. But them young white folk, they always got a point to prove.
Yeah,
and they always being hard asses. So let me try to find this link so St. James can play it. I'm gonna send it out.
Yeah. Send it to. But I really believe that. Send it to Instagram and I'll be able to grab it real quick. They have to scramble now because they were up against Biden and Harris, but now they're up against Harris and they don't know who the Dems are about to pull out of their hat. So they are running scared right now. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, they was hoping and praying.
Yeah, definitely. JD Vance was the Heritage Foundation's guy for Project 2025. So, yeah.
Okay, I just sent it to you, St. James.
Okay. What kind of platform is it on?
It's on Twitter.
Okay.
Y'all get ready. I don't think this was really advertised that much. Maybe somebody needs to go and post it on Facebook or something. But yeah, when I saw that, and I didn't even finish it, I was like, ooh, wait a minute now. That's what made me say, well, let me get behind Kamala, because I'm like, girl, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see.
We all, while he's looking for that, we all know that Donald made a platform for these people to really show how they want how to say, be able to say, because we didn't know anything. Well, we knew about it, but Karens, so to speak, were not as prevalent.
No, and they wasn't blatant.
Right, they were not as prevalent before him. Okay, what's
is
this?
that it, Jesse?
Yeah, that's it.
Let's listen to it.
It is the weirdest thing to me. Democrats say that it is racist to believe, well, they say it's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but it's good. I love you guys.
What's funny? What's funny?
Child.
Did he say he had a Diet Mountain Dew and we'll say it's racist, but it was good?
And you see how he tries to say the Democrat. Go ahead and say what you want to say, JD. Say the blacks will say it's racist.
He didn't want to say that. He wanted to say something that begins with an N.
Right. Why don't you go ahead and say what you really wanted to say?
See, but you know what the problem is? The problem is the Saints ain't praying.
No, Saints doing too much praying and no action. That's what's going on.
But now, do you all remember how? Do you all remember when Obama was elected? His first election. We had the college students, we had the old folks. It was a lady in front of me. She whispering to me, baby, who you voting for? And I say, man, we're not supposed to be talking about that in this line. They'll put us out this line. She said, well, I'm voting for Barack Obama. I said, well, you go ahead on. Well, you go ahead on, sir, for Barack Obama. Now, I don't know Barack Obama. But now, if we get those people out like that, and these college students, they don't stand a chance in hell.
No, they don't.
Because we will be, when we come out, when we show up, we show out. And the problem is us showing up.
Right. And that's the thing, because, okay, so when Obama ran the second time, 2012, I was 18. I had just turned 18. So that was the first time I voted for a president. That time I waited in line for, I want to say like 3 hours. And I got there around 9. So it was after the morning rush. But it was, so I waited in line for 3 hours. When Hillary ran in 2016, I didn't wait. There was maybe 4 or 5 cars in the parking lot.
And that's scary. That's scary.
Right. We didn't show up for Hillary. And I mean, I understand. I voted every single election except for one primary since I've been 18. I'm 30. But I understand why people didn't vote for Hillary, why people didn't show up for Hillary. For number one, the millennials, we wanted Bernie Sanders. That was number one.
For what? But go ahead.
Because he was more about that radical change. We were tired of.
Yeah, but he was old. He was a Joe Biden, old and.
No, he wasn't. We wanted Bernie Sanders over Hillary. We did not want Hillary because she was with that old establishment, with that same old do the
Because,
same.
and that's how Orange Man slipped in.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't want no more old establishment. We didn't want no more politics as usual. So we say, yeah, change. And boy,
Let's get somebody with no political background.
right. And we thought it was, for me in my mind, I thought it was a great idea. No,
well, it wasn't even that. It was just like, well, I'm just not going. When it comes down to the Black community, it just was like, I'm not going. It's like whatever y'all have it. I'll go vote for Obama or I'll go vote behind somebody I care about. But it's like, once y'all decided that y'all wanted Hillary so bad, have at it. Because, a lot of us, not me personally, but I'm just talking for the voice of the millennials. Mm-hmm. A lot of us was just like, she seems like she's just as racist as Trump. Everybody even back then was saying the lesser of two evils. So when you have to say stuff like that and it feels like a necessity. Yeah, it's just like whatever. I don't care. Now, when 2020 things were different because we were charged up. It was COVID. Everybody was uncertain. Black Lives Matter. George Floyd. We was ready to go.
Did you hear about that? Black Lives Matter said they're not endorsing.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I seen something that said Black Lives Matter organization. So for some crazy reason they put. I'm going to have to find it, but I did see that.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not the biggest Kamala fan, but FUCK, Black Lives Matter. Don't give them another dime. If I catch you in these comments talking about Black Lives Matter, you gonna donate something?
Right.
I'm putting you on the docket.
I don't know. Yeah, and I know. Go ahead, Kim.
It's when it comes to, and this is kind of off topic, just a smidget. We've got a big one thing about us. And it's just, I'll just say us because that's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
We get on this big platform about Black Lives Matter and we need to support each other and we need to have our backs and and this and that and other. But it's always at the moment kind of situation. Mm-hmm. And I when I say that, I mean, just like the George Floyd situation, after that man was convicted and sent off to jail, and everybody else had that, we ain't heard no more about it.
Nothing else. No more protests.
Everything is at the moment. Mm-hmm. We got our fists pumped up. We marching. We chanting. For a little while.
That's and when it's then we get complacent, and that's when they come in and they just bamboozle us some more, just slip through the cracks. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. I don't know. So, my stance, and I've seen some alternative opinions in the chat about Kamala. That's fine. Don't be too rough with that in the chat because you're going to get timed out. Because I understand if you don't, this is over here. It's not the bash Kamala chat. You can have an opinion without continuing your rhetoric. And if you're saying she's not the one that's going to beat Orange Man, okay, that's your opinion. But at this point, if we want democracy to stand, as we keep saying, that's the point. And I think people are just missing that entire point. If you let Orange Man in, there's a lot that is coming. You think 2016 and those 4 years of hell were anything? Just wait. Just wait. If you allow that to come in.
And you see, we play that thing I sent you again. Play it again. Play it again.
Yeah.
Just that one sentence.
This is your future vice president. If you want him to go your way.
Here you go, y'all. The good man.
It is the weirdest thing to me. Democrats say that it is racist to believe, well, they say it's racist to do anything. I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too, but it's good.
That part.
Child, and
and there's absolutely nothing funny.
So people dying. What's the girl name that just passed away?
Sonia Massey.
Sonya Madison.
You know, when we have it every week, it's, you know, somebody new in the headlines, this black being killed by the police, and you making jokes, offensive jokes about that. But this who you want. This who you want, boo. This who you want. This who you putting your support behind. But when you get put, you know, when you get killed, them Republicans, they not gonna send you no donation.
Unalive. See, I gotta train you. You're on YouTube now, Jesse.
I'm a little lit tonight. Usually. Thank you, St. James.
Let me tell you this. YouTube has been tripping. They really have. They will unmonetize your video for the smallest little thing. The smallest little thing. So
let me get myself together. But when you want, go ahead, Kim.
A lot of people, and I've seen this in this chat too, where a lot of people saying, "Well, I'm not voting." Where not voting is just like voting. You are. You are voting. When you're not doing that, you are voting for him.
Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You are pushing him closer to his goal.
Correct. Not voting is voting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like either one. That's understandable. But which one do you think has your best interest?
And
your
children. Say that again. Your best interest.
Your best. Not only you, your children.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got children that these folks will put rules. Do you all see how he tried to fight to get rid of healthcare.gov, what better known as Obamacare?
Yeah.
He fought tooth and nail to try to get rid of that. And sometimes, and that was one of the only ways, affordable ways, that some black and brown people and a lot of white folks, let's not
marginalize that to us, because I get calls on a regular basis dealing with that, and it don't be with us.
You know, I work on people's mouths and I see them all the time with that Obamacare.
Right.
So now,
and what kind of insurance do you have, ma'am? Here it is.
Right.
Oh, you got Obamacare?
Oh, I got the Blue Cross, said the Blue Shield with that group number.
Obama with the group number that tells you what it is. Right.
Kim, I'm about to best.
So now, with that being said, and what did he have in place to replace that? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, say you don't want it. You want to abolish it. So you mean that people that can't afford health care, they get nothing now? A nothing burger because you don't like Obamacare. Okay, all right.
No, because he didn't like Obamacare because it has his name on it.
That's right.
And that was something that Barack Obama, it came through on his. Jesse, yes, you know that group number, Jesse. So now, you know, that was something that. So he's just, you know, people just don't understand. They just don't understand. These people are trying to get rid of all of our HBCUs.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're trying to defund. This man said that he wanted to police officers that do things that some of these police officers have done, they won't be criminally charged. Are you serious? But I'm gonna tell you something.
Thanks,
It doesn't hit home, and I'm a revert to what Jason said a few minutes ago. It does not hit home until it hits your home.
Your home.
Oh, Shondo, they don't like this kind of teaching.
And please be reminded that this would be, well, technically, you know, in the grand scheme of things, this would technically be lame duck season. And you know, they do all the shit that they want to do during lame duck. Now, the way he talking, he said he gonna be in there forever.
Right. Because he's planning a total takeover dictatorship.
And don't you ever think for one moment that this democracy can't quickly turn into a communism state, a
Oh yeah.
dictator state, a
Oh yeah.
fascist state. It could quickly change. Y'all, I love America, child. It'll turn into Trump United States.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And then that goes back to, so then guess what will become lynching?
Yeah. Everything's
Just
coming
walking
back.
down the street, you burning crosses in people's yards.
Yeah.
And all of these no tea, no shade. Let me put that out there again. All these predominantly white institutions
Yeah.
and these jobs that have to, because they have a quota, allow
No
us
more.
in, is gonna be over with.
No
So
more.
now
Let me tell you what they're gonna do, because something just hit me in the spirit. What they're gonna do is they're gonna start off with the Latino community, and Black people gonna be like, "Oh, that's all right. They can go and do them, whatever."
Yeah.
Then they're gonna come over there to our street.
Yeah.
Well, he was trying that with this so-called wall. That was his first step.
Yeah, but this time it's gonna be more aggressive, especially with me reading this doing this history class that I've been in all summer. You see that it'll start off with one group, it'll start off with the Jews, then it'll go to the gays, and then it'll go here, then so it's they just Trump's America is white America.
Yeah.
Pure blonde hair, blue eyes,
But the thing about it, but it ain't the hillbilly kind that supports him.
It's not.
He likes that upper class
Caucasian. And see, that's the theme. And my granddaddy been saying that for eons. Poor whites, they never go up for the people that actually help them with food stamps and whatever. They
utilize probably almost more than we do. But go ahead,
but they care about their race more than anything. But it seems like Black people, especially us millennials, Gen Z, we done lost our touch. We done lost our way. And it's, like I said on the previous live, it's like, what is the oldest generation? A few of us, a few, older folk that's left. It's like, what are we going to do? Because y'all going to have to do something about everybody that's 35 and under. Y'all going to have to get that riled up in them, because it's about to get real. And, honestly, I'm ready for the next 4 months to be over with.
Me too. I can't wait.
Me too. Me too.
I can't wait till November. And with just the momentum that it's scaring Orange Man. He's trying to bail out of debates. Because he knows all that lying and stuff. She ain't gonna. You talking to a Black woman now, and regardless of how much percentage some of y'all in the chat say she is, she's a Black woman, and she will come back.
One drop. And Kim can back me up, because where was you at on July 3rd at 12:49 a.m.? You know how you Black women do. Y'all keep receipts for everything. Y'all don't lie to me. Okay, let's be very clear.
She's gonna attack them just like that. I think even July 6th, January 6th. July 3rd, January 6th, all these dates, she gonna throw them in his face. And see, it's gonna look, their party knows that he's not capable of a decent debate. They don't want him to debate her. He knew that we were looking at Biden, just hoping, Lord, he don't fall out during the debate.
Right.
Biden scared me. Watching him, he just scared me. I just thought he was just going to faint and be gone. Only 34 likes. Ooh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
A lot of y'all gonna end up if Trump win, y'all gonna be the first ones on the line.
Right.
Jesse, that's what they do not understand.
Yeah.
That's what they do not understand. I've spoken with a lot of our high schoolers. I do a lot of going to speak with high schoolers about college and that college is not for everybody. I tell people the truth. College is not for everybody.
It's not.
There are other ways that you can garner great money and go to a 2-year college or get a trade or whatever. That's a conversation for another day.
Mhm.
But these are people who are our next. These are people who are going to be voting in the next election, presidential election. 17, 18-year-olds, and the first thing that they do is say, "Well, it doesn't affect me." Yes, it does. The only thing that they see, and they really don't see it, is local level stuff. They see the mayor of their city, they see the governor, they see the city councilman and all of that.
And it still probably doesn't really affect them in their mind.
It doesn't.
And I want to give a parable, well, not a parable, but just a quick story there. I remember being back in the 2nd grade. Now, my mama was born in 1965. 1965, the same year that the civil rights era happened. So my mama done seen it all. She done been through it all. So, when I was in the 2nd grade, I love she was a white woman. I love my teacher so much. She's still my favorite teacher to this day. And my mom made a very big point. She was like, first of all, that white woman, when she go home to her white kids, she don't think about you. Don't you ever say you love her ever again. And I'm glad that my mom brought that up so early on, because when you go out into the workforce and you see how white people really are, once you a grown man, you have to think about those things again. So you're not infatuated with white people no more. Now, my parents kept it real, but these parents nowadays, they not keeping it real like that no more.
But Jesse, the parents nowadays don't know any more than their children know about politics.
That's why I'm glad that's why I'm glad I got an old mom.
Right. So they don't know. The mamas don't go. My mama took me. I'll never forget. My mama knew her child. So my mama was an educator. So I went to school in the vicinity of where she taught. Because if she had to get to me rather quickly. So my mama had good sense. But I tell you what, every day we left, every time that it was time to vote, she held my hand and my older sister. And we walked in there, and all I wanted to do was close the curtain. That was a highlight of my time. And press a button. She let me press a button. But see that, even though I didn't do anything, I didn't make a difference. I didn't know one thing from another. That taught me early on the importance of voting. We sat and we watched the election. I used to fall asleep on them. Because they came, some of them came in a little late. The results came in a little late, but we were excited about seeing things like that. So that is what, when you don't show your children, then they don't know. And a lot of times, if you can't show your kids what you don't know. So then that's just an ongoing cycle of people not understanding how to vote until a lot of times they get to schools, until they get to college. And then
I had a lot of that conversation with my mother, to tell you the truth. A lot of that I learned in school. And when I went to college and, did the political science and a lot of that stuff. And it's not that my mother didn't know. I just think we just didn't talk about that stuff all the time. Now we do. I mean, I can have a full out conversation and we go back and forth about politics now, but thinking back, we didn't have a lot of those conversations. And perhaps it's because we wasn't in the time that we're in now. It is very important to have those conversations. That everything has changed now. So I can understand it. But I'm glad we have the conversations now. And just one thing in the chat, because I think we timed out a few people. So if you're not able to chat, we still love you, but you gotta,
you on the docket.
You're on the docket. Fingers for a while, because we need to be more optimistic. We understand that everything is not, perfect. But if you just want to sit in the chat just to be a contrarian, go somewhere else with that.
Because you're not cool, you're not cool, you're not smart, you don't look smart, Burrell. We don't, if you and then if you back in Trump, somebody that uses words that I was using in the first and second grade for papers, like great and good job. And you go, yeah, but it's
just
like
best.
That's who you're supporting. The best, A+, great job. That's who you're supporting. So, you don't look smart. You're not, something special. You don't, do the appeal thing. You look like I'm going to tell you what you look like. You look like a raccoon.
Goonies is crazy. But he hope his white mama didn't forget about him when he went off to school every day. She didn't, Goonies. You still over there, please? You still in Philadelphia at the conference? Go ahead, Kim.
I just want us to be smart about what's best for us. That's it. If Kamala, whatever you want to call her, is not your choice, then that's okay. Yeah. But again, look at what we're up against.
Yeah. And we hate to say the lesser of two evils. We hate to say that, but
yes, I do.
But we have to put it in perspective. That one or this one? Which one you want?
Do you want to pass
that one
or do you want
somebody who just said he had a Diet Mountain Dew and we'll call it racist, but it was good.
Play it again.
Clock that tea.
Yeah.
But you know what, Jesse? That went for some people. That went like this.
Oh no,
that went over there.
When I heard that, baby, and I had already made that declaration a couple days before, I was like, these young whites, they got a point to prove. They gonna go even harder than their older counterparts. So when I saw that on, I think that was Monday or Tuesday when I saw that, I said, oh, that was when I was like, oh no, I'm giving Kamala my full support. I'm gonna be down there at the Democratic office passing out flyers.
They're using all them videos. That's why they running scared and they talking about getting another VP running mate for Orange.
Oh,
yeah.
See, they looking at all these videos now, and all that is going to be. And what's really getting them? That's what they're trying to come against them, trying to throw out some saying that they're using campaign funds incorrectly because they don't want that transfer of all that money to go to Harris. But she didn't. They just like tonight, they said the white women that are supporting her were on the Zoom call tonight, and they done raised $1 million.
Listen, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated gave her $1 million like that. And guess what? If she need another $1 million, we on deck. My checkbook is ready.
And that's what they know that was scaring them. They're scared. Listen, I'm sorry. We have used Black women for everything to save us from a lot of things, from slavery to the civil rights to now, to all this stuff. We have used Black women.
You know what I get sick of a lot of times in the Black community, is the misogyny. You niggas.
Yeah.
You a Black man can go out and do whatever, be a foul, and go everybody in town and go do whatever they want to. But then a Black woman, she might not have the best track record, because I'm a realist. She might not have the best track record, but y'all give her hell and then, let's be real about it. Y'all talk about she locked Black men up. Some of these niggas, let's put it on the docket. Some of these niggas need to be locked up. You know, 14, 15 folk, a family, burn somebody's house down, and
But the thing about it,
free him.
And then she wants to say Black. No, it wasn't just Black. It was just criminals, and criminals. And some of the criminals happen to be so I'd say if you have a Black district attorney, you're not supposed to put Black people in jail. That's what I'm saying. And now that we, since we have a Black running mate, now you have to get a Black I mean, you have a black candidate. Now you got to get a black running mate. No,
No.
It don't work like that. It don't work
No.
like that.
And
It
then,
does.
and then since when did y'all start caring about what, how much percentage a person is, and if all of this and
Where
that?
did all that come in?
Because I'm like, y'all always let Becky down. You always got that one white cousin that's at the barbecue
Yeah.
every summer, and
You
she
didn't ask
over
your
there.
uncle why he bring that white woman home.
Yeah, you ain't got to
Wait, Miss Jesse. Jesse, at the what now? At the what?
at the barbecue. You always got them down.
But you
at the
know what? That
barbecue
just
with
had to
them.
come up. Y'all remember they was trying to fight with Barack Obama about if he was Hawaiian. If he is Hawaiian, is Hawaiian a part of the 50?
It's
Okay.
definitely of color. We're talking about go get his birth certificate. Yeah, go get it.
But Donald, you still have not to this day shown your tax information.
Right.
Clock that.
Right. And that's so true, Rejoice. I mean, they want to put this on the district attorney, but a jury of their own peers. Were all the juries black, white? I mean, she was just a district attorney that presented the case to a jury, and a judge had to give the sentencing.
Correct.
So it's like the narratives being spent are just wild.
Let me give a little history lesson here. Michael Donald was a teenager here in the city of Mobile that was hung in his front yard. His mama walked out of her front door and saw her child hanging from a tree. This lady sued the Ku Klux Klan and won. She is the reason why most of the Ku Klux Klan has been dismantled. Their headquarters in Tuscaloosa, Alabama belong to her.
Oh, wow.
Do you know who represented her? One of the two first black African American attorneys in the city of Mobile. One of them, Senator Michael Figures, whose wife now is Senator Vivian Figures, and my uncle, Attorney Roosevelt Simmons, were the two black attorneys that represented her. Now, there's a street named after him, Michael Donald Avenue, right here in Mobile. Here's the thing. I said that to say this. We have seen it in front of our faces.
Yeah.
In black and white. And we still act like we are oblivious to it.
Yeah.
And it comes down to, like I keep saying, I don't know what's going on between the older generation and the younger generation, but ain't nobody passing down these stories because I never heard of this.
Yeah.
Nobody's passing down these stories.
Yeah.
And you can't argue. You can't argue with history. Okay.
That's right.
Just like those people. That's why I don't go up. If they're in the University of Alabama and Auburn fans in here, that's fine and dandy. Do you, boo? But that's why I don't go up for all of these SEC schools because I know they put dogs, water hoses, and everything else on us.
Yeah.
Because they don't want us in their schools. But now, guess what? We're the ones that are keeping their athletic programs afloat.
You sure are.
Fact. And if you want to argue about it, argue with your mama.
Brad and Timothy sure not doing it.
Now Kim, you a 70s baby.
I am.
In St. James, you a 70s baby.
Almost. Go ahead. Continue on with
Carry
terrible.
In the words of T.S. Madison, go ahead.
But see, here's the thing. It's like, millennials wasn't either they weren't old enough or they weren't alive to, witness the after effects of Jim Crow. You know, people say, integration and then everything was fine. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
We don't talk about, in the 70s, how they started to plant crack. Well, no, in the 80s, they started to plant crack and all of this and that. And they started to, bulldoze black neighborhoods and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just something about Gen Z and the millennials that's just not like, they don't get it, because I'm seeing Instagram comments where, they're just like, oh, we don't care if white people use the N-word. It's funny to me, whatever.
Everyone should have an opportunity to express themselves the way they want to.
You better not express it around me, because I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna ask you what it is. See, one thing about me, if you can't spell it or give me the definition of it, don't say it around.
Yeah. But that goes along with these times now. Social media, everybody's a winner, nobody's a loser. Everyone gets a participation back. It goes along with that. We haven't had to have real communication, because communication skill. Don't nobody talk on the phone no more.
Right.
Especially in these eras. So communication skills are down. We're believing everything that we see, on social media, whether it be AI, whether it be truth or false. That has a lot to do with the breakdown of back then and now. Yeah. So.
And one of the problems is we get this generation, and they only get the minimal Black history.
Yeah.
They get the Martin Luther King, they get the Rosa Parks. That's all they get.
Yeah, they get the shell.
Right. They get the minimal. They don't get everything. They don't get the
They don't
stuff
even get Thurgood Marshall or Malcolm X.
No. I have seen plenty of children do these projects, Black History projects, and all you can. If there's 50 of them, y'all, 40 of them are Rosa Parks, 40 of them are Malcolm X. 40 of them, a few of them are Martin Luther King. Then you got Coretta
and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, not Mary.
Oh, y'all, listen here.
With the white boots on. With the white boots.
You're right. All right, y'all. Before we go on, thank you again for joining us here at the St. James Show, the Carnal Church sector. Make sure that you have hit the like button for me, and make sure you hit that share button. Tell somebody that we're here. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber of the St. James Show. You can join. Someone needs to join the St. James Show tonight. Hit the link in the description, and always support the St. James Show, but $ St. James Show. And I think Jesse where's your Cash App tonight? Kim, put it up there in the headline.
I don't know how you put it up there. I don't know about all this.
Can I do it for you? Oh, I can do it for you.
Let me find out what it is.
What is your Cash App? Do you know what it is?
I'm like the old folk now. Wait a minute.
Where's it at?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
It's something another.
It's $ something.
Yeah, it's $ something.
Now,
Give me a
Kim,
second.
you was born in the 70s. You supposed to know.
Right.
Baby, I don't do that Cash App.
You sound
Your
like my
people
mom.
don't pay through Cash
Can
App.
y'all hear me?
Kim Fry.
Oh no, shit! Oh Lord, you almost made me say something. It's $ New Iota 1999.
So NUIOTA
1999.
All right. NUIOTA 1990. I'm gonna put it in.
And child, please stop. You can marry me. I'm not that much of a baby. I was born in 94.
Listen. Do not flirt with him. He will be at your house tonight.
Remember, I'm a 70s baby now.
So NIO. I'm sorry.
NUITOA 1999.
Okay,
And
Rich. Oh, go
let me
ahead.
say this, y'all. This is one of the, if not the only, platform that I truly, truly enjoy.
I'm glad you do.
And I've said this to St. James in a text message or a direct message or whatever,
Mhm.
because you can state your opinion and it's respected.
Yeah.
Nobody's going back and forth. It's not, it's just, this is grown folks talk.
And back and forth is fine. I don't mind back and forth, but long enough it's respectful back and forth. You know?
Right. And see, a lot of
Yeah.
times back and forth can get real disrespectful. Ask
Mhm.
Miss Nettle and
Right.
what's
What's her name? The new one, Tina.
Tia
Tia Kemp. Tia
Rick
Kemp.
Ross baby mama.
She
That's the
told
one.
Jonetta, your face needs an alignment. I said, what? Your face needs an alignment.
See, that right there is something that I listened to. I listened to that about 2 minutes and my head went to hurt because it was too much screaming and hollering and carrying on.
It was. Wait a minute. You was in a Mary J. Blige documentary on Amazon. You was?
Mm-hmm.
You love
Okay,
Mary
Jesse.
that much?
Do the dance, Jesse, one more time.
She shouted me out on her and Angie Martinez. She shouted me out.
Oh, good. Oh, wow. And you ain't even from New York.
They flew me out for the documentary and everything.
Oh, wow. How did that come about?
We got a star on here.
I don't like mentioning that. That's when I was fat. So I was 350 pounds. So I don't like mentioning it.
Not when you were fat.
What your mods, would you put Jesse's YouTube channel in the chat? Or Jesse, you can do it if you have it there. Put your YouTube channel so you can we need to get you to 1,000 subs, all right? Get you to 1,000 subs.
I haven't
St. James, that Cash App is wrong. It's IOTA, just like the first NUIOTA. Look at me trying to tell somebody how to do something I can't do it myself.
NUIO.
Mm-hmm.
You would act like this was tequila night at a night. NUIOTA 1990.
Correct.
All right. There we go. All right. Let me put up the show's Cash App. That's the $the Saint James Show or $Saint James Show, and Zelle and PayPal, the Saint James Show at att.net. If you would like to support the channel and support the panel guests tonight, little Jessie, LILJESSYE, and Kim, $NUIOTA 1999. Now, we talked about Kamala and them folks for an hour. Let's get into something else. We talked about, I want to get y'all opinion on the Kim Burrell stuff. We got to listen to our favorite pastor of all, who had a little something to say as we all.
You better not put no Messiah up here singing.
Say it again.
You better not put no Messiah, Manasseh, whatever.
No, he don't care. He don't care nothing about. We gonna talk about Wooden.
Okay, let's talk about the order.
Lady apologized to the homosexual community and said we got to build a bridge. That's not biblical. The Bible asks, what communion have light with darkness? What fellowship have he that believeth with an infidel? What do you mean build a bridge? How are we going to do that? And why is it that the church is constantly apologizing to Sodom and Gomorrah, but you never hear them apologize to us? I'm going to preach.
Why haven't y'all apologized to the church?
Apologize for what?
I don't know.
Oh,
this
okay.
man is wild. He's pissed off because, of course, Kim Burrell get that staged apology at the Stellar Awards. Now, and I heard Larry say today, which is very true, that, she, if we really listen to the deal, she didn't apologize. And we've all been saying that she didn't apologize for what she said. She believes what she said. She just did it because someone told her it was harsh. I don't even believe she thinks it was a harsh statement, but there was a press release issued that the sponsors were pulling out of the Stellar Awards once they heard that Kim Burrell was receiving an award. She got kicked off of the Ellen DeGeneres show. She got, a lot of her bookings got canceled because of her rhetoric that she spews over the pulpit and on the internet. So what do we feel about the Stellar Award making her do that apology just so they can get the money they were promised through sponsorship?
If you've got to make someone do it, it's not sincere. Period.
Yeah, and then you put out a press release stating pretty much that she's doing this because our sponsors were on the verge of bailing out on us for the Stellar Awards. I think it's just pathetic. And now they said that Don Jackson did say, well, nobody's going to tell me who to honor. And Don Jackson, of course, is the owner of the Stellar Awards. And yeah, no one should tell you who to honor, but the people with the money is going to tell you where they honoring money is going to go or where it's not going to go.
I'm gonna go against the grain.
Okay.
I feel that Kim Burrell, at least she acknowledged that it was somewhat of a problem. A lot of these Christians in these church houses, a lot of them are manipulators and narcissists. They learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
So it's, they never apologize. It's a way bigger issue than her just, apologizing for the gay slander. That was a big step for her to just acknowledge that it was a problem. So, she's, I'm going to give her some grace. I'm not going to attack her for, getting up and saying that, because obviously the rest of her Christian brethren in the cloth, they're not backing her up. I mean, just look at Wooden in that hairline, child. Because if anybody loved you,
Jesse, I have a question though. How is that legit? Yes, she apologized, but it was an apology that she was made to do. So therefore it was not, to me, and this is just me, therefore it was not sincere. If somebody makes you do something, now if she went to him and said, hey, I need to apologize because I think that I have offended people who make a difference in our world, this, that, and the third, then okay. But for someone to say, hey, you, Kim, you got to apologize or else.
Right.
So, yeah, I would rather the people not apologize and be sincere. I'm not apologizing because I said what I said, versus somebody who said what they said and then are made to apologize for it. So guess what? That apology was just fake and phony.
And I still feel like she didn't apologize because I didn't hear, I'm sorry because I did this, that, and the third. I didn't say it was an apology necessarily. I'm just saying that she acknowledged that it was a problem, which is, a big step for her and people like her.
But my thing was, you've used your platform after you've said horrible things to come on your platform and pretty much double down on what you said.
Yeah.
You could have used your platform before having to get on the big stage, and that could have went as far as a Stellar Awards viewership could have gone. And I believe that would have been more of a sincere thought of apology than waiting to get on the stage and they tell you, you got to do this or you're not going to get the award.
Mm-hmm.
But she wanted to get that award because she knows that her bookings and things have gotten really low. So let me get on this stage and say that I apologize. And again, her apologies was not saying she apologized for what she said, pretty much for church jargon. And
and she was doing a lot of swift talking. And like Kim said, I'd rather a hoe say I said what I said and I'm not taking it back than get up and do stuff like what Kim Burrell did. But I'm just, I don't know, maybe I'm playing devil's advocate or something.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I'm gonna give her some grace, because I feel like everybody just go in on her, especially with her being a Black woman. I feel like people do.
Hold on. We going there, Jesse? We going there?
Yeah, we're going there.
Oh,
I feel like people go in
I'm
on
just making
her.
sure.
Yeah, I feel like people go in on her extra hard because she's a Black woman, but y'all don't do this to Black men and say the same exact thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I can roll with that.
Yeah, it's like y'all do that, and especially because she's a Black woman of size and she's not classically physically appealing to people.
Now she's skinny and bow-legged. She's skinny.
She's not physically appealing to the masses, with the Ozempic, child. Period. But no, she's not a model or anything. So I feel like people are extra hard on her because I'm like, if y'all want to get.
I don't think they're extra hard on her because of that. I think they're extra hard on her because she's mean and nasty.
She is. She
is, and I'm not gonna negate that. She's a total bitch.
Yes, she is.
She is. And then when that little boy was on that Sunday, because every time I think about Kim Burrell,
Sunday's Best.
When that little boy was on Sunday Best season 5, and he was, he was a little pitchy, but you don't have to laugh and kiki with Donnie McClurkin and O'Gay. But it's like, but you just nod and smiling. Hey, this is not your year. Come back next year. Yolanda Adams and Kiki was just like, hey baby, just saying.
Hold on, but Ann Brock, you stay right there. I'm finna play something, Ann Brock. I want you to get no, not Manasseh. Okay, so Kim Burrell, Wooten, whatever. All right, so it was given to me. Someone just sent me a little something. It seems like he is condemning the relationship between Bishop Marvin Winans and his longtime assistant, Cindy Flowers. Let's listen together. Let's listen to this and see what he's talking about.
Well, good morning. Good day. Coming on here to speak regarding to Pastor Marvin Winans' announcement how God healed him from cancer. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful for that. Many know that I've did a video back in, I believe, 2001 or 2020. I think it was 2020. Anyway, and I, spoke to some things that God gave me, and here we are again. Won't belabor the time, but again, here goes God, like pressing up on my heart to say something.
Hurry up, let's go.
Okay.
Back to Pastor Winans. I love you again. I love you. I absolutely
Hurry up. We don't care.
you. I
Before,
honor you,
before I rip you a
but
new
I
one.
honor God, and I honor the God in me. And I have to be obedient to what God is speaking.
What's he saying?
Pastor Winans and I had a meeting again, and I mentioned this back in that video, and this was years ago. This was over 20 years ago, and I told him a succession of things that would happen if he did not heed to what God spoke. Back then, I didn't want to do it then, don't want to do it now. But again, I don't know why God has chosen me, but
Okay, this isn't that long at all. It's like 10 minutes, and we'll just see what he's talking about. But homegirl need to hurry up.
But here I am, and I'm very confident in what God has given me, and I'm very confident in God, in my position in God. And so, as a seer, I am called to do this, right? And I have to do what God has spoken.
Hurry up.
And I woke up this morning with this, and last night it kept coming. I was like, all right, God. So this morning it was like, all right, I yield. This is about Pastor Winans, and as well as Cindy Flowers, that works at the church, very close to Pastor Winans. It's a hard word. It's a very hard word, but it's necessary. It's absolutely necessary. And I love you, Cindy. The word that God gave me back over 20 years ago, everything has come to pass in the succession in which God gave it to me, and the succession in which I spoke to him about. And I look back at that, and I look at this cancer thing. I saw it back last year. God woke me up.
Okay.
It was 2023 January.
It's giving
I was
Buddha. It's giving
on the island of
Mrs.
St.
Burrell
Croix,
Hill.
and I was there, and I was praying or whatever, just sort of setting up the year of what God wanted to speak to me. And so God kept visiting me about Pastor Winans. I'm like, I thought we were done with that. It's like, no. And basically God was like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. My hand is up off of it. And I'm like, what? And I could feel the angst in my spirit. And I begin to travail, and I begin to pray. And God led me to call one person. I've only told one person this, that I know it's definitely mighty. She's a prayer warrior, and she's an older woman that I trust. And she is the one that God told me back over 20 years ago to help me construct a letter and to really get exactly what God was saying at the time. And she listened to me. We prayed, whatever.
Okay.
And I knew then to bring you into the fullness of God and what God is speaking according to this is what God gave me back then. And again, when I spoke to him, he was like, this is absolutely right on. And an elder, you can't rebuke and it's like, well, I have to, and because it was on me then, and it's on me like this morning, I have to do it. Well, speed up to now, this cancer diagnosis. This is what I'm going to say. And
Child, I'm about to go to the bathroom because
it is a space of grace, Pastor. It's a space of grace. And it's a space of grace to get yourself together and to get your affairs in order.
It's given blanket prophecy.
God help me. The cancer will return, and it will return with a vengeance, and it will take you out quickly. But this is a space of grace that God has given you, and it would behoove you. You have not listened. You have not hearkened. You have not moved into the places and the things that God has called you to. You have not followed out the plan. Therefore, as the word says, God has turned you over to your own lust.
This is giving very general hocus pocus, voodoo, 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 voodoo. But God didn't tell him to get rid of them breasts.
Cindy Flowers, I tried to get in touch with you last year because God had given me a word for you, whatever. You didn't call me back, whatever. That's that's okay. I love you the same. I absolutely love you. And as you know, I have to do what God has called me to do. You and Pastor Winans together have done this.
What?
You are not off the hook, sweetie. It's unfortunate. And it's unfortunate that this word has to come as it is like right now, like this. But the hypocrisy, the lies to the people of God that you serve, you and Pastor Winans have done some grave ill.
What they do?
And it's sick.
What they do?
And you're not off the hook, sweetie. And God is coming after the word that he placed in both of you. I'm not going to go into personal things that, God help me. You guys have set up and you've literally played in the face of God all these years. And you've played in our face.
What they do?
The people of God's face. You can't do that because you said yes. You said yes. And your yes has contingents. You just can't do it. I can't do what I want to do. None of us. We have to follow the plan of God on our lives. If we don't, then therefore the consequences, right?
Okay.
It is not that God doesn't love you, or, you know, we teach this damnation thing that I don't subscribe to. This is not damnation. This is you doing what you've literally, the Bible says in Romans 1, how you turn it. It says God turns you over. It's the God in you. You've literally abandoned the will of God. God help me.
My system is like frozen,
but
y'all.
You sat there complicit. You sat there complicit.
You put a curse on my system.
And you did horrible things.
I mean, I literally cannot stop.
And again, I'm not going to get into the personal things, but you know what I'm speaking of.
Go ahead and I'll start talking. Just X out and then come back in.
The disrespect.
I am trying
how
to exit
dare you? How dare you disrespect?
How you can't exit? Because he ain't talking about nothing.
We are God's chosen people, all of us. And you cannot just get away because, quote unquote, no one knows. We know. And those who can see, see clear as day.
He put a curse
what has
on
happened through the years, and it's disgusting that you guys would move in dishonor. And you dishonoring God, even the God in you. It's unfortunate.
It won't stop.
It is unfortunate, and I'm glad.
It won't stop.
What's the all control delete?
Vicky Winans is getting.
If I do that, then I don't want to do that.
Yeah, she's getting her just due.
Now you're bringing up Vicky Winans, child,
because she was the villain.
Vicky Winans was 30 years ago.
She became and she could have said so much more. She could have said so much more about both of you. And she chose and still chooses
I mean, I literally cannot exit
to not just all the way out, both of you. It is again, but this is God speaking. And you know, and to all of my people at Perfecting Church, I love you. And again, this is just what God has given me. I love you the same. I'm trying to, speed it up, but
Okay, got him off.
It's the spirit of Larry Reed because you're talking in a whole
I
bunch
could
of
not get him
nonsense.
off my screen. It like
Woo.
the devil was in it. He's talking
Oh.
about nothing, and I'm a reprimand the one who sent me that because he ain't said nothing to nobody about nothing. You're talking about Cindy Flowers and Marvin Winans had inappropriate whatever. Everybody's been saying that for years. That ain't nothing new.
Everybody now stuck the little peen every now and then.
Yeah, everybody done felt up they, person ain't supposed to be filling up. Stop that. The man
Y'all
married
gonna have
now.
to in 2024. Y'all gonna have to come better than people just screwing on the
It's some
side.
better
Like,
prophecy.
we don't care about all that.
God ain't told you that. I need some better prophecies around here. I need some dates, times, and places. Not know God told me. And what? How are you gonna come back and tell somebody's cancer gonna come back and take them out of here? God didn't tell you nothing good to tell Pastor Winans. Everything is doom and gloom.
Now we roast and gag Marvin Winans.
All the
When
time.
we need to. Oh, and that's just on 7 Mile and Woodward. But
right.
But this girl, she's been on Facebook because when you had brought her up, I was like, I done seen this person before, and then I thought about
you done seen her before.
She done
okay, it was some titties. Huh? Them titties. You saw the titties.
It was giving, every man wants them, but
he and speaking like this.
And Vincent Terrell Hill and Larry Reed and that whole thing. So it's just like we don't.
Oh, it's my thing. I think it's my my mouse. Go ahead. Say it again.
Yeah, we don't. He said things about Marvin Winans back, I think around 2019, 2020. The man still got his church. You ain't you just talking. You don't know nothing. You talking about something that happened. You talking about something that happened when I was 1 year old. Vicky Winans been married. I've been divorced from that man since 1995.
Vicky been
I
gone.
was 1 year old.
There's the link, Kim. Well, that was a whole bunch of nothing. These people kill me with these prophecies. They say, I went to the old lady and she told me to write it down. She should have told you to get your behind.
That's what he said.
Yeah, it said, yeah.
That sounds like witchcraft to me.
And that's all it is. There's somebody in the house, L. English, is keeping him aware. So I guess he used to go to Perfecting.
Yeah, I think he was some sort of elder. He had did a big old expose back at the early part of the pandemic or right before it. He did a big old expose saying a bunch of nothing then, saying a bunch of nothing now. Yeah. I get tired of these big old church queens, using all these big words because you went down to the community college for 2 semesters.
Y'all, I went and brushed my teeth, put my rubber bands on my braces, washed my face, toned my face, and he still come back with that same crochet shirt on, saying nothing.
Vicky done remarried a couple times since, and now her husbands don't seem to last too long. They don't stay alive too frequently, but she does get married. She done been married,
and she get times. She gets that.
Vicky, you ain't fooling nobody. You making sure they got a little ailment, and they already got some life insurance, so that it won't come up against preconditioned. You know how they do.
Humana, AAA,
right?
AARP.
AARP. Yeah. Oh, these folks is too much for me. I can't take all these prophets and prophetesses and all that.
But my question is, what was the point? He did all of this, but what was the point?
He says that
people already knew.
Right. He says that Cindy Flowers and Marvin Winans have been deceiving the people for years. Inappropriate relationship.
What's new?
What are these other pastors been doing? Okay.
Deceiving people right now.
Right.
You see,
Right.
Larry Reed got a conference going on right now, child. Gag with us, talk about the order.
He's sure trying to get people there.
Let's play one of them little Tide videos.
I wish I would. He ain't gonna strike me.
Child.
You know, they'll strike me just because. But it ain't nothing to see. They was over there shouting and doing something, running around.
You know, they're doing African tribal dances.
The King Arch Jordan was he was healing somebody, rubbing oil on the man, rubbing oil all over his face.
Over there doing African voodoo practice.
You might as well get on
what I saw. Mm-hmm.
You might as well lay down like that man did on that video to one of them churches and do like this and have your feet dangling in the air because it's too much.
You know what? All these people are in these conferences and Larry talked about Sunday being their climatic, a day, and you're supposed to bring a global something seed. And I'm like, okay. All right. I got it now.
Oh, it just makes me want to just,
I got it. I see what we doing now. All right. And
what's going on in your neck of the woods, St. James, in the good state of California? What y'all got going on?
There's really nothing going on in California. Bay Area's really not doing anything. LA, Noel is still in that 7-day Adventist church. I don't know what's going on with City of Refuge. I really don't. I don't. They can't get that building for nothing. They got a building, but they can't seem to get in it. Now we played that last night, and Brock, she was so drunk.
Nah, I done drunk. My thing of Ciroc was like up here when we started the show, and then I got way down here. And even I ain't that lit as Leandria was. You don't know my testimony. You don't know my story.
That she was drunk.
Child.
As Cooter Brown, as the folks say.
Cooter Brown.
And she kept saying hard liquor. That meant she'd been drinking stuff she may be drinking wine and stuff, but she was drunk, so she obviously drunk too much of that.
See, you can get them little Seagram's wine coolers, and sometimes you can get junk messed up off of them.
Because enough, a percentage on there.
They got 8% of liquor, because we was up in that Hezekiah Walker and John P. Key concert drinking them. It was a whole bunch of us with them Seagrams.
Oh no, they keep the bar open.
Leandra gives me Mad Dog, that hard liquor vibe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But she said she loves Tito's. She said Tito's was her thing. Tito's vodka.
It gives Tito's.
But you know what comes out of a drunk spirit is a truthful talk.
Yeah. And they tell the truth.
She's definitely probably on that brown. She's got some. She really, really, really has some concerns that need to be addressed. Bless her heart.
But you know what? We've been saying this since before Iyala did her intervention on her. Afterwards, Iyala gave her so much advice. Told her, get from around the company you're keeping. She did for a minute. Now she's right back with the same company. It is showing in her face. Her face was really puffy. An alcoholic has that really puffy face.
She look like an old white woman that's been drinking on Budweiser for the last 23 years. She don't look good. She look way different. She done lost color in her face, and it's just like Leandra.
Yeah. She needs to get rid of Robert Hatcher, but you know what? I take that back. J Boogie. We say get rid of Robert Hatcher, but you know what? It's bound up in her. She drunk after she stopped talking to Robert.
All she gonna do is find another Robert.
Yes.
Right.
It's gonna keep happening until she make that change. But see, here's the thing about you niggas. See, you know, we done got about 2 hours into the show, so I can cuss if I want to. Let me tell you about you niggas. You know, it was somebody when she was like, "Cause you don't know my testimony and all of this and that," and somebody, yeah, girl, I know that's right. You know, it's just like y'all enable it, y'all aid and abet all the foolery just because it's something different than what you know they say on Sunday morning, and it's something that make you feel comfortable. Y'all will sit there and enable that, and that girl has a disease. She has an addiction. You know that she has a lot of trauma going on, and you know one thing that gets on my nerve, especially being a person that I've been through trauma, and I'm working every day, I'm fighting every day, little by little, to make myself a little bit more happy, a little bit more, you know, away from the past. I get tired of you hoes that jump up. Hey, what all y'all want to do is, you don't know my story, girl. I don't want to know your story. I don't want to connect with you. Know you if you can't help me praise God for what I've been through. I don't want to think about what I've been through every 5 doggone seconds. Okay, you know I'm not praising God for you know the things that I came from. I'm praising God for what I'm going for because I'm not gonna keep looking back because you know what happened in the Bible. Hoes got turned into Saul.
When they looked back, right?
When y'all kept looking back, okay.
Yeah,
so let's be very
and the thing
clear.
about it, we all want that good entertaining show, and they know Leandria will give it to you. She's a great singer. She's a great church singer. You know, she knows how to get the crowd going. People will come and still pay money to see her. That's why. Let me tell you, those stories of her ripping off promoters, getting those fees, those retainers, and then not doing the job or not showing up. You know, that Kelly Price stuff that she was doing during the pandemic. Those are true stories. Yeah.
I told y'all what she did when she came to Saginaw, Michigan, my hometown. Kim, I'm gonna need you to get it together if you don't stay on her. But she came to my hometown and literally started singing her ABCs. If you go look it up, Victorious Believers Ministries, Saginaw, Michigan. She came up there in some white cloth, you know, all out of shape.
Yeah.
Just up there, just doing whatever. Didn't have
She
no
doesn't care what
background
she actually
singers.
puts on. She puts on like she doesn't wear the right clothes. She doesn't care what kind of atmosphere she's in. And the question of the hour, Ann, is why the church keeps using her. And you know why they're using her? They're using her because she does a good show and she brings the money in. People will still come and pay ticket money to see her. So
yeah, people like a lot of controversy and stuff, you know, and all that carrying on.
So
I don't get why, because I don't like people with all that controversy because they get to talking all left, and it's like I don't want to hear all that. Yeah.
Jesse, my niece, let me tell you about these kids these days. My niece is literally upstairs in her bedroom. And she's calling down here saying, "Are you still on live? I can hear you."
How old is your niece?
15. And she
Tell her
gonna
to
make
come.
16.
Nope. Tell her to come on downstairs.
And I told her if she calls my line, my cellular device, more time, she
your
won't see
cellular
16.
device.
Because what she got to talk
girl.
about?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. All right. Make sure everybody hits that community board. Make sure you are subscribed to the St. James Show. And I usually upload different things throughout the day on the community board and on Instagram. So make sure you are subscribed and have your notifications on. Don't just hit subscribe, but actually hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post something and our members post. And if you're in the members and I post something in the members and also on Instagram.
Because that's how
St. James, do you mind if I do a little health thing real quick?
Go ahead.
Ladies, get these mammograms. Men, get checked. Get these hearts in order. We just had somebody 32 think she was 32, 33, fall dead in the doctor's office,
Oh my
massive heart
God.
attack.
Wow.
So let's just, I'm looking out for our black people. We like to eat collard greens and pork chops and things like that. And this stuff is not good for our. Let's say I don't have two chins just because.
Right.
Okay. So let's just
But
be
you know
clear.
what? And I think the other part of that, Kim, is okay. We love that stuff, but let's be creative in making it differently.
Right.
Instead of ham hocks, do some smoked
Turkey
turkey.
neck.
Do something else to not make it so unhealthy.
And
Is it all healthy? No, but we can do a little bit to just make it not so unhealthy.
Correct.
well,
We've got
salt pork.
we've got some folks that
32 dead in the office, soft pork. Okay.
don't be scared to go. I'm gonna tell you, we've got some people in this chat, which a few weeks ago we discussed it. Early detection for anything
Right.
is the key. Anything,
Yeah.
not just breast cancer, not just cervical cancer, prostate cancer. All of these things. We have got to go and get ourselves checked. Please, people, do not be scared to go to the doctor.
And you
Please.
can't pray everything away, okay?
You cannot.
And we talk about the collard greens and all of that. Woo woo woo. I still like salt pork with my stuff. I still like a little bit of a neck bone and a little fat back of ham hog.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing for me, y'all gotta get this cardio up, and even me, I'm talking to myself. Y'all gotta get this heart health up. Get that heart health up, because it like Kim said, it make no sense. 32-year-old is dying of a heart attack. Y'all, we got to get the health up. And then people, kill me with, they don't know Ozempic, they lost all that weight with those Ozempic. I don't care what you got to do, because I had weight loss surgery, and I don't care who knows.
But you still have to exercise. You still have to.
And you do. And you do. That's why I look, halfway decent.
Yeah.
People can't tell that I had weight loss surgery because I got up and exercise.
Right.
So we have to get up in this gym at least 3 times a week, 30 minutes.
But Jesse, you don't even have to go. You don't even have to go to the gym. You don't even have to go to the gym.
Exactly.
Go walk around the block, and you don't have to fast walk, and just get something to get your heart rate going. Now, I'm far from a doctor. I am far from a nutritionist. I am far from all of that. I work on teeth. But what I will say is this: we have to get it together.
Yes.
We have to get it together. And I've seen children, 5-6-year-olds, look like she weighed about 70 pounds because they eating everything so we have got to, and that was just every time I get on here, I always like to kind of throw that out there. Yeah. Let's not be afraid to go to the doctor.
All that. And you quit drinking all that goddamn pop. You don't need a Coke first thing in the morning. You need a Coke maybe once a week. That's all you need.
And you know what? The sad part about it, water will do you just fine. Our minds think.
You feel way better when you drink. Yeah. I couldn't get to the I had ran out of coffee yesterday, so I had to drink water all day yesterday. Felt perfectly fine.
Yeah. It's a mental thing. That's why a lot of people, they were saying, a lot of people who've had the surgery. I know people, but this ain't gonna be your testimony, Jesse. But I know people, had the surgery and it was very successful. Years, never put back on the weight. And I know some that put it back on. What a waste of, because it wasn't changed up here.
Yeah,
So when you think you need to have that soda every day, nope, you just need water. Yeah, you just
and be creative. If you don't like walking, put your headphones on and do like I do. I get on when I go to the gym. I put New Orleans bounce, or I put something. Or I turn Right. Or I turn the TV to first 48. And you can look at it. If you think about it, the first 48 or any of your favorite TV shows last about an hour.
Right.
So if you're on the elliptical machine and you're focusing, or you're on the bike and you're focusing on that TV, before you look up, you've done at least 30 minutes on the bike. Easy breezy, you know.
You know,
And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I go every day. I'm not saying that I'm on this kick, because again, I've got a second chin that's growing on a daily basis. But
forget that check. We all got one.
Right.
You know, but I just
want to turn a certain way.
yeah. I just want us to, you know, because it's taking us out faster than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. I'm off my soapbox.
It really is. Yeah.
These strokes and these heart attacks,
y'all. Glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like we were talking about the guy who dropped dead at the Gospel Music Workshop of America.
Yeah.
Last week.
Kirby.
52 years old. He was directing the choir and passed out, just dropped, and then he never recovered.
Yeah.
Kirby Brown in the pulpit singing, dropped dead.
And here's the thing, like most people, when they about to have them episodes, the people that have recovered, they know.
Yes.
And they get scared because it's what happened to my grandmother before she had her major stroke in 2011. She knew it. We were seeing a bunch of signs, but she was so afraid to address it. But we were starting to see a whole bunch of things months before the actual stroke happened. So, you know, and then we come to find out that she was having many strokes for months, and then it led up until a massive stroke. So y'all, you know, we definitely, if you start seeing, first of all, we got to know the signs of strokes and heart attacks. Yeah. You know, start researching that every 6 months, just to know it, you know, just to save a family member, a friend. But you know, if you're scared, you know, and afraid, run to that ER, because every minute counts.
Yeah. Yes. And the thing about it, we know our bodies.
Yes.
We know it ain't something ain't right. You can get up and go, "Ooh, what's that?"
Yes.
I ain't never felt that before. So we know when something's not right. So don't ignore the warning signs. Don't ignore.
Because when my grandmother had her massive stroke, she almost didn't make it. That was my senior year in high school. So my mom worked at the high school that I graduated from. She called my mom and was like, "When is little Jessie gonna get out of school?" I'm not a medical professional. Right. I don't know nothing about nothing. Why you ain't calling 911?
Yeah.
Right. Why are you waiting for me to get home out of, you know, she got 2 other grandkids. Why you waiting on me to go home? You know, come home. So, you know, and it was like, okay, if she would have went to the hospital, call 911, then instead of waiting until I got off of school, I don't know what was so special about me, but wait until I got off of school, then going to her PCP, then the PCP saying, "Oh no, you need to go to the emergency room." You know, we probably would. She probably would have still
primary care
been here.
physician, just in case some people think you're talking about drugs.
No. I work in insurance, so PCP.
Yeah. You know how that goes. Yeah. So she probably would have still been here if she would have acted a little quicker. So we got to know our bodies, and you know, and get that pride out the way, because that's a lot of you hoes' problem. Yeah,
it's pride. Yeah.
And you know, Nola girl makes a good point. I don't want to highlight that because, you know, that could be a trigger to YouTube. But, you know, we've all had the shot for COVID. So, you know, those have, you know, you ask the right person, they will say that that's had some effect on us. So just be aware. If something just doesn't, like we said, if something don't feel right, do the investigation. Yeah. So that's all. That's all. That's it. That's all. So what's the plan for this weekend, y'all?
Absolutely nothing for me.
No.
I'm gonna be busy. I want to go see Tony. He coming to town.
When is he coming? Saturday?
Sunday.
When you meet him, will you call him B Slade, please?
Okay, because I love
very upset.
Yeah, I know. And he's a Taurus, so of course.
And we have to understand why he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that name because during the Tone era, it brought him a lot of grief, strife, very depressed.
Yeah, and it's just out of habit because I'm just so used to saying that over the years. I love his B Slade work. I just love him as a person. So I apologize about that. But yeah.
And and I was convicted because I had posted a video and I had put that like hashtag or something up, and he called me with so much love. He was like, the video you put up, I thank you for putting it up, but do you really have to use that name? And then we had a conversation about it. Yeah. And I was like, I really, I mean, so apologize because I'm just thinking, at least people will connect with it and know who he is. And some people don't know him by B Slade, but that wasn't the important part. Yeah. The important part was really bringing up past trauma that he experienced under that name.
Yeah, that's just lit me talking because you definitely a B Slade,
because you may not think it's that serious, and a lot of people don't think it is. Oh, that's just joke. But in his mind, it is a trigger for him.
No, I get it because I can't stand when people spell my name Jesse.
Yeah,
girl, no.
You want them to put that Y in there. What's up?
That Y or my government is with the I. So I don't do that. Just Jesse. That's the white people version. Please don't do that.
Have you all ever been to some of my girlfriends and I? Every year we try and do a trip. We do a in the country trip one year. And out of the country trip for another one. So we've looked at Singapore, going to Singapore. And anybody in the chat ever been or kind of just?
I knew I had some friends, some neighbors who I grew up with that were from Singapore. They let me tell you this: they cooked some good food. The food was good that they used to cook, but they love Singapore.
My friend went to, I know that's not Singapore, but my friend went to Thailand like a year or two ago, and it looks so beautiful on them Instagram pictures. So that's one of my destinations. I mean, my first big trip gonna be to the motherland. I want to go to Western Africa.
Okay, what they are crazy.
I went to South Africa 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I want to go to Western Africa. I want to go to Ghana and Nigeria, where we're from. Yeah, so
I want to go where rich, famous, and African or young, famous, and African are. That Netflix show. That Africa.
Now I'm gonna say this. I enjoyed myself, but honey, when I tell you, you have got to get your coins up.
It's expensive. Oh wow.
That is not a we can plan it in January and go in April kind of trip.
Yeah. Because if you go to the continent of Africa, you gotta at least just the plane ride is $2,000 just by itself.
$1,750 to be on there for. We were on that plane 14 hours.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And what you had to go from Alabama to London to this.
We drove to Atlanta and went from Atlanta straight there. We was a straight shot. So that's why it was quite pricey.
Okay.
Because I don't like all these stops here and stop there and all these stops everywhere. I'd rather pay the little extra coin just to go a little further. But that's another thing with us. Get it if you've got some friends, y'all get in some traveling groups. You don't have to go out of the country or things like that because it's so. We don't know. A lot of us don't know anything outside our own state.
Yeah.
You know
what I did this weekend, and it wasn't because my whole please hit the like button, everybody. My whole Stellar Award trip was finito after all that flight stuff. And I decided to go to the Bay. Went to the Bay, stayed in Oakland, and took the ferry boat over to San Francisco. Had dinner and small things like that, just to get away. It didn't cost
Relax.
$4 to get on the ferry to go from Oakland to San Francisco. And it was just an experience instead of just driving over the bridge.
Correct.
Like, let's just take the ferry to, and it was just like you're saying, get people just to do small things. If you can't go to Europe, if you can't go to Singapore, Africa. Yeah.
Now, St. James, what I suggest is you do like some of these other content creators and get a cruise together.
I am. I've actually talked to Miss Cruiser about it. And so I might probably hook something up with Miss Cruiser, who's a content creator. She helped me a lot when I was getting started. She used to promote me all the time. But she does cruise. She goes probably on 10 cruises a year. That's how much she goes on cruises.
Yeah.
But it's Cruiser, so make sure, and Miss Cruiser 2, TOO, make sure you hit her, add her online on YouTube. But yes, I would like to do a cruise trip. So we'll probably do that. We'll plan for 2025. Give people enough time to book it and pay on it. Yeah.
That's the good thing about cruises. You get a cruise, you can pay your deposit, and you can pay monthly. Just understand that stuff is non-refundable.
Right.
So
you pay trip insurance. Because I was at Sam's Club this weekend. Get that trip insurance. Because this lady, she was like, I missed my flight because Delta this weekend. And I was like, did you get trip insurance? She's like, no, baby.
Yeah.
The whole cruise is down the drain.
And they will not give you a credit. They won't give you nothing. It's just money gone. Eat it up.
Yeah. So I definitely want to do that. And I also wanted to do something else, probably on the West Coast, and then maybe in Atlanta area or something like that. I always want to do something in Chicago. I love Chicago. But
when you coming to Chicago again?
I think I'm coming in August.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm coming next month. We haven't we need to book it because I got flight credits coming out of my yin yang now. So I can book something as soon as today. But me and my friends are figuring that out. So I'm sure we're gonna get together this weekend. So we'll figure it out. I'll probably know by next week.
I need to go to Chicago because I need to say hey to Jesse Barber. Hey, Mr. Barber, man.
No, I'm in Detroit.
Detroit.
I'm in Detroit.
But Chicago is what? How far is the drive to Chicago?
4.5 hours.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But tell your barber I say, hey, Mr. Barber.
What up, though, Q?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, Princess. So give everybody a chance to pay on their trip, and we'll hook it up. Your favorite buddy, Craig the Rider Stewart, has a cruise.
He does.
Yeah.
And Craig is on. I think Craig is going on. Wait a minute. Virgin, yeah.
Because they watched the show.
Right. Hey, Craig. Hey, Maddie.
Hi.
Howdy.
A lot of people watch the St. James Show and keep up with the carnal church sector than we know.
Yeah. Because I was looking, I was like, okay, when we were talking about Madison and Craig, I was looking, I was like, is there any other videos talking about this subject? I didn't see any. And I was like, God damn, they talking about us. Jesus.
I didn't see any either. I didn't see. I know Jay Wilson went on as Uncle Tim called it, a boat trip.
Uncle
I
Tim be roasting
3 days. It has to be at least 5 days. At least 5 days. Yeah,
Uncle Tim be roasting and gagging Jay Wilson. He been doing it for 5 years.
It is pure comedy and entertainment. He brags about it. I got over 300 videos roasting that man. I said, "Oh, Uncle Tim, you got to find something else to do."
No, I love it.
I am here for it all. But that's
that Jay
but a
Wilson, the way
3-day cruise though, a 3-day cruise St. James is like if you want to hit a little Mexico for a day or so,
yeah, that's
just
like
something to
Ensenada type of
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you want to go to Cozumel for a few little days, walk around and buy you a little something, make sure the children don't pickpocket you, come on back home. And
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm with you now. It's got to be at least 5. It's got to be at least worth my time taking vacation off
yeah.
my job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it has to be at least a 5 days. I wouldn't mind
Mhm.
probably a 7. Now, if it was a 7, I would really want to be like Alaska or something, different.
And y'all stop getting these. And you, I don't know anybody
Good night,
pockets,
Alice.
but
Thank you for stopping by and modding. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you about these. The first cruise I went on, I got an inside room. When I tell you that was the most miserable.
That's what I
Right. They
heard.
say don't get an inside room.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
that little porthole is not even big as your car window. And I felt like I was just stuck. I stayed as much time outside of that room as I could.
Y'all got a port down there in Mobile, right?
We do Carnival is here, and we've got one right here in New Orleans, and of course Jacksonville is only 6 hours away, so they've got some that go out of Jacksonville. But yeah, we've got one here in Mobile.
And how far NOLA is?
No, New Orleans is an hour and a half from here.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't know it was that close.
Yeah, we go to New Orleans. You can get up on Saturday morning and be like, hey, let's go to New Orleans and eat. Just spend a day. We peruse right on up there, over there, rather.
Okay.
And that was that was the worst. And if I looked at it, I said if I would have paid $75 more, I could have gotten you don't have to get a room with a balcony and all that kind of good jazz. But
right.
Oh,
don't get no balcony.
We had like the suite, kind of a bigger one. We had booked. It was right before the pandemic, and then they all got canceled. Yeah,
it was like February.
It was. We were gonna leave in August, I believe, of 20. Was it 2020 or 21? Because then they started up and then they said, no, we're not going to have.
No, it had to be 2020 because 2021 we was outside, honey.
Okay, yeah, 2020 then. Yeah.
I was 2021. I was outside. I went to Nashville, New York, LA, Vegas, Chicago. I was Dallas. I was all over the place that year. 2021.
Good night, Inspire. Thank you for inspiring us tonight.
Bye, Inspire.
They deep on the West Coast. It's still early here. I love Chicago. Been there like a zillion times.
Me too.
Yeah, I love Chicago. Chicago is. Let me see if I can pin it.
I'm tired of Chicago.
It's just so much, I don't know what it is about Chicago I love so much. But I've always said I wouldn't mind moving there.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind moving there. My cousin stays there, but it's just like I done been there so much. I'm like, I don't need to vacation there no more. Like I done been there so much. That's our little getaway. Like if somebody want to be like, oh, let's hit the highway, we go straight to Chicago. Maybe Ohio, but usually Chicago.
Yeah. And see, I'm a true Southern girl. Like when I was married, my ex-husband was in the military. So when they sent us to Baumholder, Germany, I was like, oh no, sir. This is not my cup. See, y'all live that snow and that ice and all that kind of stuff. I am not that type of girl.
See, that's y'all Southern girls. We don't care about this. That's little itty bitty stuff. We don't care.
Yeah, that's itty bitty to y'all.
Yeah.
I don't have the apparatus, the clothing for that kind of cold. That kind of cold is disrespectful.
Yeah. Now, Chicago cold is worse than Detroit cold. But, it's because it gets more windy there. But, yeah, Detroit cold, it don't get as snowy and cold as it does in Chicago. So, y'all. Ooh, child, I'm about to get off of here. St. James done went on to the take me to the king. I done got lit. I got to be up at 4:50.
Oh, 450. Oh my gosh.
I got training at work, so I got to be there at a set schedule. I can't fool la la like I usually do.
Oh well, yes, you need to partake in getting into the bed.
And this dancery.
Yeah. Well, where St. James go? I knew he had looked like he had frozen there for a second.
Yeah, he had. Oh, yeah. I'm
Oh,
surprised his whole thing didn't go down, but
that's what it must have been something like, I don't know.
hmm. But y'all have a good night. We finna get up off of here,
Yes,
honey.
but Jess, it was good. We always have a good key when we come on
Okay.
here. Always, always. So, listen, next time you go on live, shoot me a message and let me know. I can come on support.
Okay. I gotta get my stream yard together so I can have other people come on and stuff. So
Okay, yeah, because I like talking about the hoes.
cause over there where I'm at, I cuss and fuss and cuss hoes out. I don't care.
Okay,
St. James, St. James little, he from California, he bougie, huh? You know. I'm from
I'm sure.
Detroit. I'm from Saginaw by way of Detroit, so I get see down.
Okay, okay, I heard that. Well, good night to you,
All right,
and you
Kim.
have a great day at work with the Obamacare Blue Cross Blue Shield group numbers.
I'm so tired of them hoes. Send them damn Medicare papers in. I need my chiropractic girl. Fuck you in that. No, I'm just playing.
Dog, that's what you be saying in your head.
Child.
So, well, good night, honey. Let me go. Go upstairs see what these
All
children
right,
want.
y'all. Have a good night, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
All right.
Are you guys there? My internet went out on the block. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Crazy, 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 crazy. It just went out. Internet just, can you guys hear me? Yeah, I'm still live. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, great. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. The internet just totally went out. It just said, not anymore. We're done. I guess it went out in the entire block, but I'm okay. The crazy van or the KGB didn't come and swipe me away. I'm all right. I'm all right. Oh, that was crazy. And of course, games and everything stopped in my house. So folks is disturbed. We'll wait to check the food out when I come. What food you gonna check out? Man, I hate that my internet. I think my mouse done. I'm gonna disconnect. This thing just wants me to get the hell out of here. I done got in bed. You done got in bed. There was something tonight that I wanted to share with everybody before we get out of here. Um, that SY Younger was preaching something good tonight. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see, Pilgrim. If I can find it, let me see. I'm gonna try to find it. Let's see. Let me see. Um, mm, this is it. This is it. I want us to hear this real quick. For the 82 of y'all still here. That SY Younger was doing some good talking tonight, y'all. Some real good talking. Let's see. See if it'll work. You know, this doggone stuff be tripping with me.
Missionary or evangelist. But I remember when we began to popularize, especially in my community, the episcopacy, the bishopric, and you were nobody unless you had became a bishop. In our area, maybe we were just distant from metropolitan areas to know protocol and who to call. And so we wore every color possible. We even had lime green clergy collars. Just buy any shirt from a suit city where you could get the bag and the shoes and and the socks, and just take the collar off of it and put your clergy collar on it. Everybody wanted to be a bishop, and we became bishops. Then I remember when it became very popular in our culture to become a prophet. And then everybody began to claim prophet and prophetess.
Mhm.
But in this last season, we have popularized the title. I love the evolution of the church, but we must be honest, we've lost some things in transition. To the point, there are some things we do we are not able to explain. And I believe this is the hour where we should not be ordaining people we got to explain.
Yeah.
Tell your neighbor, it should make sense.
This is not working tonight. It's he's gonna give this word. I don't care what this mess did. This is crazy. I think it's just so hot, y'all. The internet is just saying, we're working too hard.
He's one who is sent. So my challenge with people coming into the apostleship or the apostolic, who sent you?
Who sent you?
Who do you represent? We got people who call themselves apostles and they don't even know the apostles' doctrine. You don't know Elisha unless you know Elijah. And Elijah seems to be some sort of anomaly. He comes. My mother is watching tonight, and my 91-year-old grandmother. They go with me everywhere online. I never forget. James, you know my mother. Never forget we were having an event and we had invited a gospel artist to come and sing. She sung, man. I mean, she sang the rafters out of the building. And all of a sudden, after the event was over, I walked up to her. I said, I want you to meet my mother. And I said, this is Mother Younger. She said, oh, hey. Mama said, don't try it now. Mama said, when I tried to speak to you earlier, you couldn't say nothing to me. And I believe this is the hour of holy confrontation.
Holy confrontation.
Because it ain't going to never be corrected if we keep being silent.
Somebody type holy confrontation. I'm liking that. That's good teaching. This is the hour of holy confrontation. Let me turn this up a little bit. This stuff is really low.
We got to let people know what Pentecostal culture is. It goes beyond our tongues. It goes beyond our dance. If you're a bishop, you must be given to much hospitality. And if you're going to serve the bishop, you got to have the bishop spirit. We got people who got our style, but they don't have our heart. And that's why people feel like they got to connect with the pastor, because the people who's supposed to be serving beside the pastor don't have the pastor spirit. They don't want to hear me. They just want to hear Bishop. Well, if you get Bishop spirit, then it won't be a void when he's not here. People will give grace to your lousy preaching if you at least had a humble spirit. Jet lag. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. They give you grace to practice. Elijah seems like he comes from nowhere. He becomes the master of the school of prophets without being in a school of prophets himself. Elijah is like, hallelujah, Elijah is like some of us in this room. We have been isolated, but not by design, not by choice, not by desire. Anybody in here other than me, you tried to fit in. I know some of y'all, no, I don't need people. Well, I like people.
Come on.
It's been my greatest strength and my greatest weakness. And there are times where I wanted to be anointed and anonymous. There are times I just wanted to chill out with everybody else. And the saints have said, but you're different. You're chosen. But how many in this room that says, yes, I know I'm chosen, but I haven't always wanted to be chosen? You haven't really been chosen by God until you wish you could have gave it back. Why everybody in church was taking their own vacations, and you had to stay. And we celebrate those who come back, but never celebrate those who stay. And so Elijah doesn't have a reference point. Although there were other prophets, but none like him. He doesn't have a reference point for his ministry. And I want to free somebody up in this room tonight. The reason why you don't have a reference point for your ministry is because you are the reference point. I want you to grab somebody by the hand and give them eye contact and tell them God is making you a holy template. You're about to do some things nobody in your family has ever done.
Come on, Younger.
You're about to produce something in your city that they have never seen before. You're trying to check in with folk to make sure you're going the right direction, but they can't give you advice on where you've been. Other people can be your inspiration, but they cannot be your reference. Joshua 3:5 says, follow the presence of God, for you have never been this way before. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I don't really have a reference point. I have people that motivate me.
Yeah.
I have people that inspire me. but I can't quite do it just like they do it. As a matter of fact, if I tried to take some of your systems and put it in my city, it may not give me the same results.
Right.
Don't come to convocation in these conferences and get frustrated about what you think somebody else's success is. I need you to look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I may be successful, but it's still complicated. Come on.
Woo.
You're looking at their success, but you don't know how many times they fail. You feeling defeated because somebody else's church is blowing up, but you don't know how many times it really blew up before it blew up. Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
You don't know how many clans and groups left. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I don't have a reference point.
Well, I didn't want to bring it all to you, y'all. I just wanted to bring a little bit of something. If you want to look at the rest of the sermon, go over there to Pilgrim's Assembly. That was tonight. They're in their convocation in Atlanta. They're using the Dream Center, Bishop William Murphy's church over there at the Dream Center. So thank you, each and every one of you, for dropping by. Thank you, Kim and Jesse, for coming up, getting through all of our technical issues. Appreciate you. Yeah, you got to see that. I would go on there and check that out. The whole sermon was great. I was listening to it while I was eating a little dinner earlier. I was like, wow, what's up, Casey? Good to see you, Kesey. Hope you enjoyed the conversations tonight. Make sure that you don't get out of here without hitting that like button. And if you would feel so persuaded, do make sure that you support the St. James Show with the $ the St. James Show or $ St. James Show, or through Zelle. All that stuff is scrolling at the bottom. If you want to support, you'll do it. If you don't, give me a click and a view. All right. Appreciate each and every one. There was something else I wanted to mention, but it has slipped my mind. It has really slipped my mind. But I know K. Rich didn't want us to get out of here without making sure that we give honor where honor is due. And I'm just going to do that. To go to sleep without listening to the melodic sounds of Manasseh. What orange man over here talking about?
Would you rather have the black president or the white president who got 1.7 billion off the price? I think they want the white guy right now. Less. Would you rather have the black president or the white president who got 1.7 billion off the price? I think they want the white guy right now.
I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what the orange man talking about there. Thank you. Member. I do have a Patreon, actually. I do have a Patreon, and I'm going to start building in that Patreon. It's the St. James Show on Patreon. I got to post that because someone joined the other day, and I was like, oh, I forgot I got a Patreon. So, so join Patreon, St. James Show. I got to get out. I'll post the link on the community wall. I totally forgot I had a Patreon, y'all. So we're going to start going exclusively live in Patreon and also on the members. I have a good interview that's coming up. That's only going to be members only. So, yeah. I don't know what Orange Man was talking about. Black president, white president. I don't know when that was, but you know, Baller Alert will get that stuff going on the internet. So I don't know what they have going on with that one. He says he's very stupid. Yeah, he's extremely stupid. So, oh my goodness. All right, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful. It's Friday. It's Friday almost. It's almost Friday here. It's Friday over there on the East Coast. So, yes. We are having a wonderful weekend. Whatever y'all going, just have fun. Have fun, everybody. Just have fun. All right. Appreciate you. I gotta get out of here. I've been on here too long, y'all. Too long. As we always tell you, somebody told me he'll lift your burden. Somebody told me he will bring you out. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you.
Testimony this morning. Help us say he'll make it. If you ever been sick, God bring you out. Is there anybody here that can lift your hand and say, the Lord has, the Lord has. He will, he will, he will, he will, he will. He will, he will, he will, he will, he will. He will, he will, he will, he will.